Hey everyone, this is BDC. Thanks for checking out this video and my channel. Today I'm doing a video on one of my CVs I made for Empyrion, the Monkey Tools collection I have on there, called the Silverback. And this is the flagship of the Monkey Tools collection. This thing is basically built as an all-in-one mining solution. It can do both asteroid drilling as well as being a field support CV for HV drillers. So I had this idea originally for something like this. It's probably been a year ago, and at first I had difficulty in creating it, and then basically worked at it, kind of went back to the design thing, came back and said, hey, you know what would be kind of cool would be to have something based on the Silverback gorilla, so that's why there's a color deviation in this one as opposed to the other ones that have that yellow Tonka truck look to them. But anyways, this one's made fully of combat steel. This is the Mk3 version, I should mention ahead of time. It's had 2 generations prior to this, but it's kept this the same basic shape, although it's had some refinements and upgrades since. It's equipped with 5 laser drillers. That makes this a level 25 capital vessel. No way to get around that. Let me find where to activate those things. There we go. And it was also recently equipped with some straight fire weaponry to be able to handle some some combat if it needs. Rocket launchers and some pulse lasers, I believe, is what I wound up with on this as far as weaponry goes. Yeah, pulse lasers and 2 rocket launchers. Those can obviously be changed at will. But anyway, this thing is meant to be an all-in-one drilling solution, and let's see, let's turn these for those front launchers. There we go. Let's get that profile back. And be capable of carrying a couple of HV drillers and that kind of thing like that. So you can use it for asteroids. It'll quickly slay asteroids with the 5 drilling lasers up front. And then it can also be used as a small support vessel for taking a couple of HV drillers down to the surface of a moon or a planet and taking ore deposits. Outside, aside from the drilling lasers, we also have a few tool turrets. We have multiple drill turrets, so if somebody wants to sit inside on the passenger seats as part of the crew, then they can activate one of these, or both of them. We also have a couple of multi-turrets. Those were changed over from drill turrets due to a change in vanilla CV tool turret restrictions, so this thing can also be used as a light salvaging vehicle if need be, even though its principal use is for mining. Defense, we have 4 cannon turrets and 2 flak turrets. And the entire hull, as I've already mentioned, is made of combat steel. That was one of the major upgrades done on the 2nd generation. And the front cockpit is heavy glass, separated cockpit from the rest of the interior here. Crew complement is 5, and it comes equipped with fridge, food processor, O2 station, medical bay, the standard stuff. Has a separate footlocker for standard CV cargo needs, fusion cells, O2, pentax and warp fuel, that kind of thing like that, or somebody wants to put their stuff in here, they can do that. Repair console with a 2nd tier repair block. That is also something that's been upgraded, so we can repair those HVs on the fly. Blast wall to separate the hangar bay from the actual rest of the ship interior. We have fuel tanks that are open. We have an O2 tank that are open, so it's easy to refill everything that you need to do there. Let's check out capacities of this thing. This has more than the other CV gorillas that I've got in the line. 23,000 fuel capacity. That's about twice that. 8,000 oxygen, which is about standard. It comes with 2 of the new A9 Harvest wood ore controller boxes, and I managed to get 72,000 volume out, I believe, of 72,000 of the primary, 40,000 of the secondary, so you're talking 112,000 volume out of both those guys. You probably heard the motion sensor activated hangar-based stuff here. One upgrade done to the third generation, the Mark III here, is the use of a second hangar bay door and a rework of some of the blocks in here. Got some automatic lighting, automatic ramps, and that kind of thing like that. So you can bring your HV driller that you've got straight into the back, and you don't have to sit there and wait for it. Let's see, as a quick demonstration, let me grab one of my Drill Monkey Alphas here real fast and pop one in. Back into God mode. There you go. Okay. So we're in. We've got our stuff that we've drilled, and we're coming in. Boom. There's a motion sensor activated ramp, and everything else, hangar bay doors, etc. So come in, go straight into the blast wall, or the whatever you want to call that thing. I call it a blast wall, but I guess anything else fits. And then come in and bark. That's it. Pretty simple. Let's see, anything else of note here. We have a repair bay, a repair station. We have an armor locker, and we have an advanced constructor. So these things come standard in this vehicle. So it's meant to be more of a field vehicle rather than something that you get in, do the job, and get out type thing. This is meant to stay out in the field for quite a while and support. Again, a crew of 5. Pretty simple in its design and its focus. I want it to be an all-in-one mining solution and have the ability to be able to tool some mining HVs around, some smaller ones, and basically do the entire job. This is built at level 25 and cost 2,000 iron. Standard amounts that would be expected for tier 1 stuff. Tier 2 stuff's a little pricey due to the hull here, 3,700 Sathium. All the blocks on here are combat steel, or they should be. And then all the cost of the drill lasers and turrets, 1,400 Arresterman Zescosium, which is to be expected. Let's see, what else can we do here? The signals and the custom power groups I've got set up on here. So harvesting tools, if I remember correctly, it's set up to do this entire group, so it shuts both dual turrets off, excuse me, the multi-turrets, and then the drill lasers as well. I have an independent group for spotlights, so we can separate that from interior lights if you want to keep the interior lights on but kill the spotlights. Those are primarily for asteroid drilling. Separate power groups for cannon turrets and flak turrets. Front launchers are the pulse lasers and the rockets up front. And then I have a small additional group here called auxiliary systems, auxiliary RCS gyro and generator. And what that does is if you're in a hostile area, higher gravity, something like that, where you need to kick on additional gyro generator, you can do so. 2 groups here on the right side that I want to note following that. Primary thrusters, those engage the necessary regular use things. Auxiliary thrusters are going to kick on an additional bank of thrusters for all directions, and again, that's for something if being cargo laden here doesn't have anywhere near as much effect as it does, say, comparatively to an SV. So that's going to be more for if you're on a higher gravity planet type thing. You can kick those auxiliary thrusters on. Otherwise, you can stick with primaries as an energy saving measure. Sentry turrets, those are for internal and exterior protection. So we got a few here in the hangar bay that cover it, and then a couple on the outside. Those are for anti-personnel type things. Pretty simple, not much to it. Automatic hangar and automatic ramps, those are for the hangar ramps and back. That's like a master switch that turns that motion sensor off. So if you want to shut the vehicle down for the night, you can kick this guy off and nothing that comes to the back will automatically get in. Then automatic door ramps, those are for the ramps leading outside as a way of getting personnel in there. So that's those are on 2 separate motion sensors as well to kick on a light and that ramp and everything for ease of vehicle entry. Anywho, don't think there's much else I need to show on this. This is probably the one I'm most proud of. I put a lot of work into the Silverback, trying to get a cool shape out of it and make sure it has all the crew amenities and everything that it needs to do the job, that has enough thrust, cargo, that kind of thing like that, and is capable of carrying HV drillers. Now this one's designed with the Drill Monkey Alpha HVs in mind. It's got basically a carry capacity of 2, so you can have one guy flying this, and then you can have a couple of guys go on their HVs and go to deposits and come back. and then construct them down and all that. But this thing can carry some smaller size SVs in there and stuff like that. You could probably technically use it as a resource cargo mover vehicle as well, since it has a decent amount of volume that it carries in here. And you can use it as a mobile, a very small mobile defense platform, either in orbit or on the planet surface with the turrets that it's got. The flak turrets, the caveat there is that those things only work in space. So anyway, this is the Silverback Mk3. This is the third generation of it, and it's a level 25 CV, size class 1, I believe is what it's still in, and there you go. Not much else to it. It's an all-in-one mining vessel, intended for a crew of 5, intended to be a mining solution. So if you want a dedicated CV that's just strictly for mining and that type of resource gathering that'll comfortably fit your small squad, then this is the guy for you. So anywho, I hope you guys like this video. If you did, hit those like and subscribe buttons. And the Steam Workshop item will be linked, along with the collection that it belongs to, will be linked down in the description below. Any questions or comments you have, please ask them. Happy to answer everything that you've got. Thank you very much for your time, and have a good day.